Hey everyone, welcome to Boosty Tutor. I'm Brandon, and we're one day closer to Aether Revolt pre-release, and we're going to continue our top 10 commons and commons. This time we're going to do blue. Sadly, blue I think is probably the worst color. Just like in Kaladesh, the commons and commons there weren't great. They're not great here either, so... Rares are great, but we're not reviewing those. So, to get started, number 10, Metallic Rebuke. 1 in a blue for an instant. Counter target spell, unless it's a controller, pays 3. And it has Improvise. So Improvise is basically Convoke, but with artifacts. So Convoke was, you could tap, say it was a green card with Convoke, you could tap green creatures to pay for the mana cost, including the colored mana. With Improvise, you can only use artifact creatures to pay for the generic mana cost. So with this one, it would be 2 in a blue. You could tap 2 artifact creatures to pay for the 2, but you can't tap them for the blue part. So the lowest this can go is basically pay 1 blue. So, hey, at 1 blue, this isn't bad. But at 3 blue, it's not great. At 2 blue, it's a mana leak, and that's pretty good. So in sealed, running counters is not a bad idea. Like draft, it's really hard. Sealed, since they go so late, you can easily get their bombs, or early game get them pretty good. But the problem with these kind of spells is when they say, hey, have your opponent pay extra or else it's countered, they can usually pay the extra late game. Early game, not so much. There they're good. Here they get worse as the game goes on. So that's why it's number 10, Metallic Rebuke. Number 9, Trophy Mage. 2 in a blue for a human wizard to 2/2, and when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card with converted mana cost 3. Reveal it. Put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. Okay, so to search your library for converted mana cost artifact of 3. Not 3 or less, not 3 or more, just 3. That's why it's number 9. This all depends on if you have any artifacts or converted mana cost 3, and if they're good. If you do, then this thing goes way up. You're definitely going to run this. If you don't run it. Unless you need like a 3-drop slot. You need a creature, you're dying for one, a 2/2. It's not great, but it'll do. Other than that, it all depends on what artifacts you have. Number 9, Trophy Mage. Number 8, Leave in the Dust. 3 in a blue, instant. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Draw a card. Okay, so basically it's like a Disperse, but for 2 more, and you do get to draw a card. Now, is that 2 mana extra worth the draw card? I don't think so, but... I mean, it's still kind of a tempo swing. 4 mana's a lot. That kind of sucks. But maybe you can get them with like getting their token that they needed, or something that they cast like snuck in and you need it, whatever. You'll find a way to use it. It's not the best, but it's blue and it is bounce. Sometimes it works. Also works with Revolt, but paying 4 to bounce your creature kind of sucks, or any permanent. Oh well, at least it gets to replace itself, right? Ugh, blue. That's why number 8. Leave in the Dust. And number 7, Bastian Adventure. 5 in a blue, creature, Vidalcan Artificer. It's a 4/4 with hexproof and has Improvise. So we go with Improvise again. 6 mana for 4/4 hexproof. That's not good. You would not ever, well, you might play it if your deck's really bad. But at 5 mana, that's fine. At 4 mana, okay, now you're talking. And anything below that, that's great. You run it then. So basically, it all depends on your Improvise. If you can get it off pretty good, I'd say for this one, you want to pay around 5, maybe 4, definitely. So if you need to have that happen, run it. If not, I wouldn't play this card. That's why number 7, Bastian Adventure. Number 6, Ice Over. 1 in a blue, enchantment aura. Enchant artifact or creature. Enchant permanent doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Okay, so for 1 less here, you're getting Claustrophobia, and that kind of sucks. The 1 extra blue really helps if it's paying for tapping that creature down. This does not tap that creature down, so permanent, because it's an artifact or a creature. So either they had to use the artifact, or they had to attack with the creature. So maybe you got hit, and now you get to use it on your turn. I mean, it's not as good as Claustrophobia, but it is blue removal, and you'll play it, sadly. That's why number 6, Ice Over, like I said, blue. You're really killing me here. Number 5, Hinterland Drake. 2 in a blue, creature Drake to 2/3 with flying and can't block artifact creatures. Okay. I mean, it's a cloud elemental, and its clause of can't block artifact creatures, that doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a flyer. You're just going to be attacking with this. Flyers are always great and sealed. They just rule the skies there. Haha. But not that great of a creature. I mean, it's a 3-drop, and it's a 2/3. Flying, I'll take it. I'm fine with this. Number 5, Hinterland Drake. Number 4, Shielded Aether Thief. 1 and a blue for a 0/4, Vidalcan Rogue with Flash, and whenever it blocks, you get an energy. Tap, pay 3 energy, draw a card. Okay, now you're talking. 2-drop, 0/4, great blocker, has Flash, so you're definitely going to get there and get that energy because they're going to attack, you're going to block. Got that going. And then when you have 3 energy, tap it, draw a card. That's great late game. That's great whenever you have 3 energy. I really like this card, actually. If you have like 2 of them in sealed, you're definitely going to run both of them. If you're going to get passed in a draft, you're going to be happy with that. Don't know if you'd first pick it, but great card. Love this one. Number 4, Shielded Aether Thief. Number 3, Reverse Engineer. 3 blue for sorcery, draw 3 cards, and it has Improvise. Okay, that's good. So for 5 mana, you're drawing 3 cards at sorcery speed. You're going to run that no matter what in sealed. I mean, that's fine. I'll take that. And the fact that I can get it cheaper to 4, 3, and at the cheapest 2 blue mana to draw 3 cards, yeah, that's really good. So, I mean, even if you don't have a way to do the Improvise, you're still going to run this card. And if you do have like enough to knock this down, so good. Love this card. So it's my number 3. Number 2, Skyship Plunderer. 1 and a blue for a 2/1 human pirate. Sweet. Flying. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player for each kind of counter on target permanent or player, give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. Okay, so basically it's a Welkin turn. It's a 2-drop, 2/1 flyer. That's aggressive, that's awesome, and it has this amazing clause of just like adding a counter to, like, if you want an energy, it gives you an energy. If you have a permanent or a creature that has a 1/1 counter it, there you go. Did it also, yeah, if you have a Planeswalker, add a loyalty counter to that. That's sweet. Those cards so good. Don't know, well, it might be first pickable actually if it's a draft. Seal, you're definitely gonna run it because it's a flyer, and like I said, getting there with those flyers. Oh, love this card, and it's a pirate. You gotta love that. So, number 2, Skyship Plunderer. And my number 1 blue card is Windkin Raiders. 4 blue for 4/3, Human Artificer, Flying, and Improvise. So, 6 mana for 4/3 flyer. It's not great. In Seal, you're gonna run that because, like I said, Flying, so good. At 5 mana, hey, that's good. At 4 mana, wow, that's great. And anything below that, you're going to love it. So good. Like I said, that's the best uncommon common out of this. Blue's not that great. It's just a simple flyer that you can get cheap. Hey, you'll take it, right? Oh, blue. Oh, I thought you'd be improved over Kaladesh. You didn't really. Oh, well, I don't really play blue anyway. So, also, just want to mention, banning and restriction happened today, and all I can say about that is you standard players are crazy. Anyway, if you want to follow me on Twitter, booster_tutor, and see you tomorrow for another color.